using the discriminant in the quadratic formula to help you find out the number of solutions to a quadratic equation. How's that for a mouthful? So in the quadratic formula, you can see that there is something called a discriminant, and the discriminant is going to be this part of the quadratic formula, b squared minus 4ac. Because if you have a square root, and if this is a positive number, then that means there's going to be two solutions. If you have a square root and that's going to be 0, that means you're going to be adding and subtracting 0, which means that there's going to be one solution. And if you have a negative number under the square root, that means that you're going to have 0 solutions. So by using the discriminant, you can determine how many solutions exist in the quadratic equation. Graphically, you can see that if you have two solutions, the graph is going to intersect the x-axis in two spots, one solution and no solutions. Again, keying in on the discriminant will help you identify the number of real solutions. Now, if it's negative, that means there's going to be two imaginary solutions, but no real solutions. For example, if the question asks to find the number and type of solutions of the equation, you're just keying in on your a, b, and c, and you're writing down b squared minus 4ac, and so that's going to be a negative 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10, 36 minus 40, which is a negative 4. That tells you that there are no real solutions, but two imaginary solutions. Looking at this one, b squared minus 4ac. Again, negative 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 9. That's 36 minus 36, 0, which means there's going to be one real solution. And doing the same thing here, negative 6 squared minus 4ac, 36 minus 32, which is 4, means there are going to be two real solutions. So you have three different cases that exist. You're going to put it in general form. So for number 10, you would first write it as this form, setting it equal to 0. Then you can get your a, b, and your c. Negative 3 squared minus 4ac. As you can see, negatives are extremely important here. Negative 3 times negative 3, 9. But this becomes a positive because of the two negatives. So that's 24 times 7, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 168 with my line, with my multiplication there. So 168, which means that this number is 177, but you're basically looking for positive or negative or 0, and that tells you that you're going to have two real solutions. That's using a discriminant to tell how many solutions exist by looking at the quadratic formula.